May 1st, 2022 Rotoball patch compound, stop sign patch. This is where our clone will be. The clone is a derivative off the 2350 Gingher plant that yielded us the 1511 Rotoball that was nuclear orange. This plant's been in the patch since last Saturday, so 8 days. It's grown a little bit. I'm gonna have to look at RC's video again. He took a little bit of footage of this. It's not going leaps and bounds because there's not a whole lot to it, and we've been kind of unfavorable weather-wise. A second clone will be set out about there in that area, doing about a 5 foot in, 5 foot in from the corner to give a little bit of a root base, a little bit more towards the center. Grow the plant in a diagonal like I talked with RC about. I hope to get just a nice pretty orange fruit, something with some seeds in it. Top of the key of the main patch, hut number 1, which contains the 1965.5 Rotoballs. A couple tables out here set upside down. Originally had those inside the hut to shade the plants when we had extreme heat the first 3 or 4 days after transplantation, just to give them a little bit more shade. That's the reason I put in the box fan, all sorts of stuff. That fan hasn't had to been kicked back on since about a week ago. Moved the sickly looking tomato plants out here, and they, believe it or not, they've actually perked up. The furthest one's probably going to be a compost tomato plant, but the one closest to me, I think it's going to be a fine tomato plant. Of the two 1965.5s, I favor the one closest to me here. It's a better looking plant. I like how things are coming off of it. Looks nicely. This plant's not a bad plant. If this was my only plant, I would definitely run it. I have a little bit of issues down here at the very base. You might be able to see it, and you see a little bit of scarring, and it looks like something might have took a nibble or two. Obviously it's healed up. The plant is systemic with imidacloprid, so whatever nibbled on it probably crawled an inch away and died. But you don't want to start with little issues, because little issues can compound into big issues. It's the reason I'm a big fan of any main vines, double vines, or anatomical nonsense that you encounter at this stage of the game. If you have the bonus plants, pull that plant, go with a better plant. The main thing is you're going to be babysitting this bad boy until October, so why babysit something that's not going to get you up to 15, 16, 18, 2,000 pounds? Why limit yourself now? Hut number 2, these are your 1992.5 Pierponts. Once again, I'm favoring the plant on the right. It's a good looking plant. The soil in here is wet today, and that patch, or hut number 1 as well, because I did a CalMag drench, about 3.5 gallons with a little touch of CalMag, and just float over the plants. We actually have sunshine for a change, which is nice. Weather forecast looks pretty favorable. I'm anticipating some nice growth in the week to come. Thanks for taking a look, guys. As always, if there's any questions, comments, hit me up. Otherwise, Doc out.